Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Zachary Nolan. This is Carter Nolan, and this is episode 12 of the Nolan Hockey Podcast. It took some time, because we didn't want to throw out all our videos together.
And we had it planned, but then Star Wars decided to drop 11 new shows.
Yeah, something like that.
So we figured that we should at least cover a few of those.
Yeah, so. Which we did. You could definitely go back and check our reactions. Also, go check the most recent episode of Nolan Hockey Podcast, because it could use the views if we're being completely honest.
Yeah, we have a lot taken away.
Yes,
YouTube.
And also welcome all the new subscribers, because we have reached, I believe,
9 or 10 subscribers.
We've reached 85 subscribers, which is great.
In a day.
If you are here for the Star Wars reactions,
there will be more.
Just not this YouTube show.
Yeah, it's
not on this video.
Not on this video.
Because we are Canadians, and hockey's back. Well, it's not back, but it's going to be back.
It will be
back. And that's good.
Yes.
I believe the 13th they mentioned.
Yeah, so we're here to talk about these new division alignments.
Now, we are aware that these are subject to change, and even as much as a day ago, they talked about changing these. And our logic was, okay, but we might as well say how we think the teams would stack up here. And you know what?
And
if the division changes, then we technically weren't wrong. Which all of these predictions probably will be.
Yeah, these are just...
Except one. Yeah. One I know is going to be right.
Just one team?
One team I know is going to finish exactly where... I looked at all these divisions. One team I feel very confident about.
Oh, yes. And I think we both think about the same team, right?
It depends what situation you mean.
It's a very interesting...
So, we'll timestamp in the comments.
There's no names for these divisions, too, so we've kind of come up with our own,
Okay, so mine wasn't flashy. It was very paint by numbers. I don't know what the hell he did. He talked about hyphens and his.
Yeah, I got rid of those, yeah.
So, let's talk about the first division, and I'm just going to name...
We'll start with the division they gave a name to.
Do you want to do that? Okay.
Let's start with the Canadian division.
So, the Canadian division. So, who do you want to go down?
I'm going to be honest.
Up to down or down to up?
Bottom. Let's go top to bottom.
Top to bottom?
What do you want to do? What do you think
I don't know.
Better?
Either or.
Okay, we'll go top to bottom. I went very interesting on this one. I kind of went a little bold.
Okay, who would you start?
Vancouver.
Vancouver's first?
Yep.
Okay, well, say the thing and then what number. Don't say then, say number.
Vancouver went first.
Okay, keep going.
Oh, I thought you were going to say who went first.
Oh, who went first on mine? Toronto Maple Leafs.
Okay.
They're flawed, but, they have the star power.
Okay. Second, Edmonton.
Yep, I have the Edmonton Oilers doing second. I think they're starting to hit a stride.
Yeah. Third, I had Winnipeg because of that Paul Stastny game on that second line.
I had Calgary because Calgary had a lot of pickups this past year.
Okay.
And I think it should help them at least because they didn't give up anything.
That was your third?
Yes.
Fourth, I had Toronto.
Fourth, I have the Winnipeg Jets. This was tough because I originally had Winnipeg at 3. And honestly, there's a case that Winnipeg could be 5.
It's funny.
It's tough.
For me, the teams that I put at 3, 4, and 5 are all interchangeable.
For me, yeah.
Because at fifth, I put Calgary. So Calgary, Winnipeg, and Toronto, for me, you can put, you can interchange.
So, yeah. So where are you at? 5?
I'm at 5, Calgary.
5 is Calgary? Yeah. 5 for me is the Vancouver Canucks. They lost quite a bit this offseason, so I think they're still going to need to retool a little bit.
I think they'll get through that. No.
They could, but this is a tough division, and there's a lot of new matchups
and I'm curious to see what they're going to do with that Braden Holtby, Thatcher Demko situation.
Okay, so...
I'm interested about that.
Who's 6?
Montreal.
Yep, Montreal.
Yep.
Montreal is 6 for me. I think they're just missing certain spots.
And last is Ottawa.
Yeah, Ottawa. Ottawa is improved. Ottawa has improved a lot.
Ottawa has a great future, but that future is not right now. So...
Okay, so then what division do you want to do next?
How about we do the division with the 2 New York teams?
Okay, so... Alright. So...
What did you name this division?
I just called it the Eastern Division, because every single team in it is in the East.
I just called them the Metropolitan, straight up.
Oh, okay. That's
actually the Metropolitan area. There are a few teams that were in the Atlantic that are technically geographically in the metropolitan area. So
Right.
That's why I call it that.
So, do you want to start with who goes first?
At first place, I gave it to Philadelphia.
I gave it to Boston. Although I can make this was a tough division.
This is a very good division. It's a very good
Okay, so you have one is Boston. Your one is Philly. My one is Boston. What's two?
I gave Boston second.
I gave Philadelphia second. So like,
yep, that
we're on similar wavelengths here.
All right.
Who's third?
New York Islanders for me.
I have the Rangers. They're just so deep in. Like, I see so much potential in that Rangers team.
Yeah. I
in
do.
every
There is
position.
one that I wrote these pretty quick. I do have one change that I'm gonna put in later. I'll make the change when I get
Okay, who's fourth?
Washington.
Islanders for me. But it's funny. I'm not sure with these. Like, Islanders I have at 4. But like, just we'll keep talking. We'll run through all the lists because I'm not sure how long this will go.
Let's see here.
On the fly.
Yeah, we're gonna change this on the fly.
Okay. So is this for the same division?
Yes. Alright, so, on the fly, making changes. After Washington, I'm gonna put...
After Washington, which is number which?
Which is number 4. So,
Thank you. Keep it going.
I will put the Rangers at number 5.
I have Washington at 5.
Okay. Number 6, I'm gonna put Buffalo.
I have Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
They're not god-awful, but
Well,
they're
here's my logic, because
slowing
at
the
7
hell
I have
down.
Pittsburgh, but here's my logic. Buffalo gains Taylor Hall, Pittsburgh loses a lot of pieces.
Well, they don't lose. Yeah, I can see that. I still think
Hornfist
talent finds a way.
And whatchamacallit, to Toronto. Who am I missing? They gained from Toronto, but it was a bad trade. I can't remember.
Oh, they got Kasperi Kapanen.
Yeah, but...
Kasperi Kapanen's solid. They lose a couple of minor guys. Anyway,
Yeah, I think losing
7?
Hornfist. 7, Pittsburgh. That's what I said. 7,
I have the Devils.
Yeah, and I have the Devils coming last.
I have Buffalo coming last. And I looked at
What? I am giving hope
Buffalo's
to the
getting-
Buffalo Sabres.
What? Hold on a minute. You're giving hope to the Buffalo Sabres? What place did you have them at?
Well, originally I had them at 7, but then I was just kind of like...
Yeah, 6. Guess what? You know what that is? Not a playoff spot.
Yeah, well, you know what? I have them hope to not
You
come
pretty much
last.
need to finish in 4th.
Oh, I don't have hope for them to actually do anything with it. I just have hope that they're not going to come last.
Buffalo is getting shafted by this division change.
Yeah?
I feel horrible for them. They're in the hardest division, and it's not even close, honestly.
So the next division, I think we're
Who's in it?
This division?
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be the division that has Carolina, Minnesota,
Okay.
Nashville.
So who goes first for you?
Tampa.
Tampa.
This is the
one I
only
feel the
one.
most confident
Yeah,
about.
I was about to say, this is the only one I can guarantee.
I don't care who they lost last year. Their talent, the talent pool that they had in
And this
terms
is a
of guys
bad
in their
division.
bottom 6.
This is a bad division. Second,
You go?
Carolina.
I have Minnesota. No. Hear me out.
I'm listening there. This is an interesting
So,
one.
first off, Jared Spurgeon is underrated. Okay? Let's
Agreed.
get that right. Huh?
Agreed.
They lost some older talent, which I don't think is a big deal, in Mikko Koivu. Who cares?
He is a depth player, though.
Yes. But, they have a bunch of, what's it called? Rookies, like Kaprizov and I can't even say Konen. I can't even say it.
Yeah, they're probably not going to be playing Marco Rossi this season. Maybe next season.
They honestly could if they wanted to.
Yeah. Well, it's mainly because I guess
They could play Rossi.
they could play him, and they wouldn't really have to worry because they don't have that many players that they have to protect from Seattle. So
Yeah,
they'd be pretty safe there.
I think it could be an interesting time for them, especially with their matchups. Who's third?
Third I have is Florida.
I had Florida at third at one point, and then I just looked at the rest of the teams, and I'm like, I can't do this to you. This is not a fairy tale. And I just kept kicking them down the list.
Yeah.
So
here
in
you go.
third I have is the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah.
They're solid. They're missing a goaltending. They're missing in the goaltending department, but I think it'll more hurt them down the road than in the regular season play. And regular season is supposed to have 56 or 65 games around that. Fourth?
Fourth I have is the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Nashville Predators for me. but it's close.
Yeah.
It's very close.
Fifth, I have is the Minnesota Wild.
Fifth, I have the Columbus Blue Jackets.
There you go.
It's so hard because we don't get to see any of this on paper because there was a lot of change and turnover this year that we couldn't. Well, yeah, you saw it on paper, but you know what I mean. Like, we only get to see this. I mean, we only get to see this on paper, not in like.
Yeah, I was about to say. So 6, I gave it to Nashville.
I have it as Florida. It's funny. I don't think Nashville is that great, but I think Nashville is what Nashville is doing right now. Is they're hanging on to playoff mediocrity at this point.
Well, you know
they're not true contenders.
Do you know why I put Florida at number 3rd?
Number third.
Sorry, at number 3.
Yes.
Do you know why I put them at number 3?
Why?
Adding Hornqvist.
Okay.
That's great.
Oh no, they made a lot of good pickups.
They made a lot of good pickups.
They're gonna lose
and
Hoffman, though, too.
I think I'm really hoping Bobrovsky can play better than he did the last season.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I mean, to be honest, like he can't play any worse. So at least for like
that's very true.
Like he really can't play any worse.
I will say
so
though,
he's gonna have a better season.
If Bobrovsky plays worse, I'll
then
totally be fine with it because their backup goaltender is actually Chris Drieger. He used to teach me in a goaltending school when I was a kid. Oh. So I'm totally fine if that guy gets to play.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he's sick. He was at the
Is he from Winnipeg?
No, he's from Calgary, but I think he
he
did stuff with Bruno, I think, too, or either something like that, or Rick St. Croix, one of the two. Yes, so who do you have at 7?
7, I have the Detroit Red Wings.
I gave it to Chicago.
I'm a little bit biased there, but you know what?
You know what's funny? I love how real you are. You say I'm a little biased, and that's your justification for not giving them 8th, for giving them 7th.
Yeah, but you know what?
I gave them 8th. I have Chicago at 7 and Detroit at 8, and you have what? Detroit at 7 and Chicago at 8?
Yeah. But you know what? I'm gonna be honest about it. I'm not gonna be one of those fans who are like, oh yeah, like my team's the be all end all.
Okay,
that's not biased. That's a fact.
But let's be honest here.
Yeah.
You're not in a position to pretend to be that person.
Oh, I'm not. But what
this isn't 1993.
But I'm also saying
you can't pretend to be on the edge of a dynasty.
Yeah. And also, to be fair, Chicago is also kind of tanking as well. So, like, at least they're starting to rebuild.
Yeah.
So they dished away a lot of pieces. So I think it's quite possible for either team to be in.
Yeah. So that's how I called that division the Central.
I called it the Central as well.
Okay. And what did you call the last division?
I called it the Midwest Division.
I just called it West.
Yeah, because you did East and West.
And Central, yeah.
I felt like it was just weird.
This division.
I felt like it was weird to have the West Division in the Western Conference.
Okay, but there wasn't really conferences when you have 4 divisions that are kind of isolated.
Fair enough.
Like I just thought it'd be 4 separate divisions.
Yeah, I did Midwest because it's got like some of the coastline and some of the mid stuff like St. Louis and whatnot.
It's got some of the coastline. So why did you call it Mid Coast? So this
that's
division,
a stupid name.
Yeah, Midwest ain't much better.
Oh, it sounds a lot better than Mid Coast.
The
hell is Mid Coast?
I know
It
that.
could be either coast.
I'm just saying they're both crap.
Well,
lipstick on a pig. This division to me is the haves and have-nots division.
Yeah,
which really looks it makes sense because a lot of it is like the Pacific Division, which is just the haves and have-nots. Who do you have one?
I originally called it the Central Pacific Division.
Who do you have?
Colorado.
Yep, Colorado's easy.
Next, I have Vegas.
Yep. That being said, if you can't keep Pacioretty, I'll drop you to 3.
Yeah. Third, I have is St. Louis.
No. Dallas. I got Dallas at 3. I put Dallas at 3 because, if anything, they've shown a lot of promise in these last few years, and a lot of the guys that they had like playing really well are on the younger side, as opposed to like St. Louis that just had St. Louis had a rough time going in, especially in that in the plains and stuff like that. It was
I expect St. Louis to do all right this season. Although I think my 3 and 4 are interchangeable because my 4th is Dallas.
Ironic that we put all as our 1, 2, 3, and 4 are the 4 teams from the Western Conference. They got buys.
Yeah, and who did you put at 4?
I put St. Louis.
Yep. So
yeah. So who'd you put at 5?
5, I put Arizona.
Yep. Same.
I'm optimistic about them.
It's funny. I'm optimistic, but also I'm very realistic in the sense that I think they're in trouble, but I think they're trying to figure out how to get out of it for reasons that we've discussed on many podcasts.
What kind of trouble are we talking here? Because there's a few different types of trouble.
I'm not talking about the troubles they've been in already. I'm talking about the fact that their team seems like they don't have a lot of amazing prospects.
Okay, because there's
they don't have any great prospects.
There's a lot of issues that
they don't have any real star power.
Because the issues they have right now is they have those two issues there, and then they also have a lot of social issues.
Well, we've already went through that though, so
exactly.
I'm not even going to talk about. I'm not even going to dignify.
I know. I was just saying that they have those issues.
Who's at 6?
Because we've already covered.
Who's at 6?
San Jose.
Yep, same. I think they're still going through stuff, but I think also that San Jose has the potential to play up to 4 if they actually have everyone healthy. It's funny
because San Jose is a team that last season was one of those teams where it's like there's actually a lot of really good players here, but we're just not seeing them do anything.
San Jose was the team that you looked at and you're like, "What? Who did this to you? Why are you here? You have so much potential."
Well, they do. Exactly.
Why are you here?
That's why I put them at 6. I think that they could easily be like 4th or 5th. I don't know. I don't think I put them.
Who did you put at 7?
LA.
I put Anaheim. But 7 and 8 are so close.
Anaheim at 8.
Our
lists are actually a lot closer than I thought they would be. I'm gonna be honest.
That's fine.
I expected because I mean
you're not that stupid.
Oh yeah. No, I viewed mine as quite a shot in the dark, and you did too. So I wasn't sure.
Yeah, because we haven't seen them play in so long.
Wildly different predictions. So.
Like, honestly, we're not gonna go too much longer with the video. I don't think because actually it's a good time.
Well, there's also some small signings that went through, right?
Yeah, but that's not.
Well,
they can
just take a look.
Them.
Take a look into it.
Well, also too, they've announced a bunch of the World Juniors rosters, and
we're hoping to do some videos on that.
I think Canada can mop it up if
especially
they want.
with the division they're in. They're in.
Well, the gold medal team gets to decide which division how the division lines get redrawn, I believe. And they did not make it difficult at all. Actually, if anything, I think, well, for one, I think the Team Sweden undefeated streak is dead.
Yeah,
their undefeated streak from 2007, I believe, is dead. It's at like 68 right now. 68 wins, no losses in regulation play.
They got Russia and...
They have Russia.
The United States.
United States.
Do they have Finland as well?
No, I think we have Finland. And Czech Republic and all that. Like, it's not...
Yeah, that's a hard division.
Yeah, no. Where did you want to see? Oh, the freaking signings, right?
Yeah. Well,
I have them saved.
That's why I'm asking, because I know you saved them.
Yes, I saved them in a thing. So
there's a few.
No, there's
a trade.
There's 2. Well,
there's a future consideration. Well,
yes,
right?
pretty much Detroit gave away Dmytro Timashov for future considerations to Islanders, and Philip Meyer signed 3 years at $2.55 million.
Thoughts?
23-year-old. 16 points in 50 games. Sounds solid. I don't know. Maybe I'm fine with it. Yeah, no.
And who's that signing with Tampa?
That's Sergachev again. And we've mentioned him like twice now.
Yeah. So...
No, honestly, like, we're kind of waiting on any more news, but...
it looks like the NHL is going for hopefully a January 13th start date, right?
Yeah, we're kind of transitioning into just getting ready for the season at this point, and that's a good feeling to have.
I think this might be a good time in short term, as we still need to go through the whole team to discuss their...
Yeah, I'm not sure, because we've been covering a lot as well.
Yeah.
It's funny.
A lot of Star Wars
We're trying to balance, yes, and there's a lot that we can talk about. We're trying to balance it because we don't want to release. Is that the sound of Florida losing?
Yes.
Was that sound of the Florida Gators losing?
The Florida Gators. They're playing LSU.
You is you.
Yeah, well, me and my dad.
Yeah, but anyway, we're not getting into that.
It's going badly. I'm pissed off.
No, but honestly, like, yeah, like, we, obviously, like, when the season comes back on, I'm gonna have to be recording for the games.
Yeah, you're gonna get every Jets game covered, for the most part.
Yeah!
By
It's pretty much reactions of it.
Lunatic over here.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Well, you say lunatic, but you're the guy who's gotta set up the camera every time.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna be the one jumping around in the video, so.
It's zoomed in. They don't jump that high.
Well, I mean, last time we had a zoomed in video, you kind of jumped around, but.
Yeah, but no, anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please leave a like, share it around with anyone who you think would be interested in it, and be sure to hit the subscribe.
What did we say, 100 by the end of the...
Yeah!
Yeah.
And that's seeming actually attainable right now.
Seems very obtainable, considering we got 9 in a single day.
Yeah, we were very fortunate.
Yes.
Yes, and be sure to follow us on Instagram at No One Hockey Podcast, where we probably will tell you, if you don't have the notifications on, like 2 hours late, that, hey, by the way, we let this one get uploaded.
Yeah, and we apologize for how late this one was.
It took us 3 hours in editing. It was a nightmare.
No.
This one took us 3 days.
Yeah, so we're hoping you're probably going to see episode 13 come very soon.
Yes, actually.
Probably Tuesday.
So, yeah, thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.